and so much more. Each one of us have completely different ones to think about and smile. Memories to hold as we start our next chapter with more to come. Graduation is also a time where we start thinking about our futures, and it can be stressful for most people. In the end, you do not need everything planned right away. Just be present and enjoy life in the moment. Celebrate the accomplishments you've made today. The future will come and you'll be ready when it does. Spend time with your family and friends. Take time to focus on the things you enjoy. Thank you.
District Administrator Dr. Julie Sprague will now introduce and present the Distinguished Alumnus Award to this year's recipient.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be here today and want to congratulate the class of 2022. You are special to me because we began our journey together 4 short years ago, and look at you today. You have achieved, you have grown, and you have persevered. I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. And remember, once a Red Robin, always a Red Robin. We hope you always consider this your home. It is also my distinct privilege to introduce you to this year's distinguished alumnus, Major General Paul Knapp. Major General Knapp is a 1987 graduate of Antigo High School, and since that time has accrued a most impressive military career. After graduating from the Air Force Academy in 1992, Paul served as a special agent for the Air Force Office of Special Investigations and continued additional military training for over 25 years. Paul's military assignments have taken him all over the world. He is considered a master navigator, having amassed over 3,000 flight hours, including 681 combat hours and 262 combat sorties, supporting operations Allied Force, Northern Watch, Southern Watch, Enduring Freedom, Iraqi Freedom, and Joint Task Force Horn of Africa. He has been awarded over 17 military honors and was most recently promoted from Brigadier General to Major General by Wisconsin's own Governor Evers. As Adjutant General, Paul Knapp is the commander of the 10,000 soldiers and airmen of the Wisconsin Army and Air National Guard. He is also responsible for Wisconsin Emergency Management, Wisconsin's Office of Emergency Communications, and serves as Wisconsin's Homeland Security Advisor. Major General Knapp lives in Whitefish Bay with his wife, Dr. Renee Knapp, and their 2 children, Connor and Kennedy. Please join me in welcoming Antigo High School's 27th Distinguished Alumnus, Major General Paul Knapp, whom I have the honor of calling both family and friend.
Here for just a second. So I'm going to start off a little off script, and we have a tradition in the military when you receive an honor or an award and you're a commander, you give your commander's coin in return. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to offer Dr. Sprague my commander's coin. All right, good afternoon. What a great group. And thank you, Dr. Sprague, for the kind introduction. Thank you, Principal Rogers, for the invitation, and welcome here home to Antigo, Wisconsin. I'm so humbled to be here and receive the Distinguished Graduate Award and have a chance to address the graduating class of 2022. First of all, congratulations to each and every one of you on all of your many accomplishments. Graduating from high school is a significant milestone, and from this point forward, your life will change considerably. It truly is an exciting time of your life, and everyone who has had a hand in raising you to this point, your parents, your family, teachers, members of the community, are also excited to see where your journey will go from here. I'm confident that you're ready to take on the world and pursue your dreams because of the high foundation that you've received here at Antigo High School. I know that because seemingly not so long ago, well, actually 35 years ago, in 1987, I was sitting in chairs just like those. Not those chairs, because it was long before this building was ever approved or constructed. But I was, like you, wondering where my life would take me. Speaking of graduating in 1987, I heard and saw a couple of my friends from the class of 87. Dennis Dukac and Carrie Kubaki are here with their son Marvin, who's graduating today. Great to see you, Dennis and Carrie, and congratulations, Marvin. All right, I'd like to take another second to thank some other Antigo graduates who are here today that have played a huge role in my life. First and foremost, my mom, Charlotte Ostrowski, class of 1966. I'm not sure if she knew I was going to share that. My uncle, Rich West, right next to her, class of 1960, and my father-in-law, Leon Sung, class of 1962. Thank you all for being here and for all the love and support that you gave me over the years. The foundation I received here in Antigo from my mom and many others in the community have guided me on my path and still guides and grounds me today. Some of the things I remember from growing up here in Antigo are still going strong. Got my hair cut at the Hair Shack. I went very often to the Dixie Lunch. BB Jack's Pizza, which I had for lunch today. Now, Gunkel's Bakery Persians, my absolute favorite. And I think there's a box of about 20 of them here that I ordered ahead that I'm taking back to my headquarters tomorrow to share with my team. Antigo Bakery cutout cookies for Christmas. And of course, the Dairy Queen. I guess you can probably tell that I have a bit of a sweet tooth. And some of the things that I remember from my time in Antigo, Wisconsin, aren't here or have significantly changed, but they still hold a fond place in my heart and may seem familiar to some of your parents, like the old high school, which is now the middle school, and the library, where I spent a lot of time, is actually now a museum. And I'm definitely dating myself if I start to talk about cruising the loop. I'm not sure. I have so many fond memories of my time living in Antigo, like playing football for Gordy Schofield, or acting in musicals for Mary Herman and Noreen Johnson, or choir with Mr. Anderson. Even after all of that training, I still really can't sing or dance. The upbringing I was privileged to have in a wonderful town like Antigo is what made me the man that I am today. The values I learned at this school and from my family, my church, Peace Lutheran, are still the guiding principles on which I base my life. I learned love of country, love of family, love of a community, and countless other lessons here. Antigo was the launch pad that ultimately led me to the United States Air Force Academy and on to a career of service in the United States Air Force. I became an F-15E weapons systems officer and deployed to Afghanistan in the weeks following the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001. I was stationed in England, Korea, Alaska, and a number of other states here in the homeland. And I've been to 4 continents. I've flown Mach 2+, worked in our country's nuclear weapons center of excellence, as well as numerous other assignments in the service to our country. But that journey eventually led me home to my current role, where I have the honor and privilege of leading and commanding the 10,000 citizen soldiers and airmen of the Wisconsin National Guard. And it all started with an Antigo boy's dream to attend the Air Force Academy and become an Air Force officer. Thankfully, I had supportive parents, family, friends, teachers, coaches, who all urged me to follow those dreams. And that's why I'm here today, to urge each and every one of you to take action and pursue your dreams. You don't have to become a fighter pilot or a military general to live a successful and meaningful life. Actually, I did hear that a few of you are planning to go into the military. Specifically, I'd like to thank you for volunteering to support and defend our Constitution. Your commitment, along with others like you, are the bedrock on which the freedom we enjoy in this country is built. At this time, I'd like any of you who are headed to military service after graduation, if you could please stand up and be recognized. Thank you. So our country is no longer enjoys unquestioned position of supremacy. The division we are experiencing right now in our country is playing into the hands of our enemies. I encourage you to realize, as Americans, we all have more in common than the small percentage of things we disagree on. It's imperative that you all go out into the world and value diversity of thought while treating each other with dignity and respect. Sending the message that Americans everywhere are more alike and united than different and divided, focusing on our areas of agreement instead of the narrow areas of divide is critical in our ever-present global power competition. So in whatever career you choose, whether you aspire to be a veterinarian, to learn a trade, become a teacher, take over the family farm, or become an author, whatever the case may be for you, I urge you to find what drives you and pursue it. You may not know that purpose or calling now, or right away even, and it may take years to figure it out, but that's all right. When our son Connor was 12, he came to Renee and I with a dilemma. He said, "Should I become a lawyer or a doctor? What do you think?" And of course, we told him, whatever you want to become, whatever you want to do, we'll support you. But we did give him one caveat, and we said it needs to be an honorable career that you love. And growing up here in Antigo, what that meant was, and the way we said that back then was, making an honest living. And that's what I wish for all of you. My message to you, in fact, is the same. Find your passion, follow your dreams, and whatever you do, always, every single time, leave it better than you found it. Throughout my career and travels around the world, I can't tell you how many times I've come across people in the far reaches of the world who are from Antigo, Wisconsin, and even more often, people who know someone from Antigo. It's really weird, but awesome. And you might wonder, why is that? Why are people from Antigo all over the world? And one of them is because we're very proud of where we're from. We're not afraid to tell people where we're from and the things that we learned growing up here, like hard work, honesty, integrity. And to quote my grandpa Ernie, who owned the Sport Marine here in Antigo during the disco era, "Your word is your bond." I was impressed to hear about your 7 focuses and the B's. Be kind, be respectful, be responsible, and be here. My personal pillars for success are: use common sense, take personal responsibility, and always show respect for one another. And no matter how you say it, living with principle is something I learned and cherish from my upbringing here in Antigo. Those are the most important things that you can take with you on your journey throughout life. Everyone has a story. Mine is one with many chapters that have been written over the last 54 years, and God willing, I'll continue to write additional chapters in the years to come. Yours only has a few chapters so far, marked by highs and lows, but largely unwritten. You have the tools now to write each successive chapter, but not the whole book at once. Use the tools you gain from each chapter to write the lines of the chapters that will follow. I have so much faith in you and this generation. We hear often how horrible young people are today and how this generation doesn't work hard. Well, I can tell you without a doubt that those people are just wrong. And graduates of Antigo High School help us prove just how wrong they are. I see great quality in today's young people. Graduates of Antigo High School, class of 2022, help me be right. As the commander of the Wisconsin National Guard, I see people like you every day in our organization who serve selflessly, who put their plans on hold, help their communities, and serve their nation. Many of my troops are 18 to 24 years old, and they've deployed in defense of our great nation, mobilized to help our great state in times of need, and taken an oath to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I've seen them deploy to nursing homes to assist during the COVID pandemic. I've seen them deploy into harm's way overseas to fight for our nation. I've seen them deploy to Wisconsin cities to help maintain peace and order. And with great pride, I say, I've seen them every single time leave it better than they found it. I've seen this generation's qualities on display, and I know all of those things are inside all of you. Now, I'm not saying you all need to go join the military, but I use that as an example because I see every day the good in your generation of young people wanting to serve and be part of something bigger than themselves. Just like those young men and women that I mentioned in the military, you too have the power and the skills to make the world a better place. By simple virtue of having grown up in a community like this, in the greatest nation on earth, you have an enormous head start on life. Many of your peers around the world, they don't have the privilege of reliable running water, food, or education. Graduation from high school, like you're doing today, just isn't in the cards for them. And in the course of my travels, I've seen that firsthand. So remember to always give back, help the next person in line, serve your community, your state, your nation in some way, any way that best fits you. To whom much is given, much is expected. It is up to us and to you to find a way to serve and give back. That's the only way we'll pass this gift on to the next generation. And I'm amazed at what this graduating class has accomplished already in light of the last 2 years dealing with the COVID pandemic and its effects on your high school experience. I know it was tough. And none of us can choose the time in which we live, but we can choose how we live in the time that we have. This time was difficult, but you were brave in the face of uncertainty. You overcame adversity, made it to the finish line of this chapter, and now are well on your way to the next. In closing, you didn't get here alone. Take a look around the room. It's a packed house. And just remember everyone who worked so hard and supported you all along the way to get here, and thank them. Don't forget where you came from on the way to where you're going. Thank you all for your time here today, and thank you for the honor of being this year's distinguished graduate. It has been an honor and a privilege to come back home and wish you all the best as you start writing that next chapter. Congratulations, Antigo High School, class of 2022. I wish you all the best. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Senior choir members and members of Canto Voce will now perform All Things New by Elaine Hagenberg. Please welcome this year's salutatorian, Aaron Converse, to the stage.
Thank you for the introduction, Logan. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you've just heard, my name is Aaron Converse, and I was chosen to speak to you today because I am your class of 2022 salutatorian. Looking at all of you, my fellow classmates, it is apparent to me that many of you are awaiting the close of this chapter of your life and eagerly looking forward to the start of a new chapter. But as we all take our separate paths in life, I feel it is as good a time as any to look back at some of our fondest memories and some lessons we learned along the way. The first life lesson I learned from Anigo was that you shouldn't let others define you. This lesson dates all the way back to late middle school. As early as 8th grade, we had doubters when we broke open the glass display case that could be heard across the town. But our class, not caring what others may have thought, has always tried to push ourselves and overcome expectations. So next year, we broke 2 windows. Freshman year is already a tough time, but being known as a class solely for our ability to break glass certainly provided its own challenges. On top of our glass-shattering identity, there is also the struggles of finding your new classes, learning a new locker combination, and worst of all, trying to get along with the upperclassmen. We all soon realized that knowing cool fidget spinner tricks wasn't going to be enough to make it in this school. Nonetheless, we all persevered, despite the labels placed on us, and despite going from the top of the food chain to the very bottom. Next was sophomore year, and despite our commitment to improving our class image, we started out with a bang by breaking another window. Okay, enough about windows for now. To me, the second year of high school is nearly the same as the first. Only now, some of us were allowed to drive, and instead of worrying about finding your classes, you begin to worry a lot more about fitting in. No longer a total dweeb like you were as a freshman, being a sophomore was about finding yourself and who you are. If there's one thing I wish I would have known as a sophomore, it's that other people are just as worried about what you think of them as you are worried about what they think of you. It's not worth it to think about what everyone else thinks about you, because it doesn't matter. Eventually, we all grow up and realize taking time to care about what other people think only distracts us from living our own lives. But thankfully, before you even realized it, junior year came around, and you realize how easy you had it as a sophomore. ACT tests are upon you, and after spending the entire year preparing for them, the website crashes, and we all have to come back next week to take them. Along with standardized testing, there's also college applications that we begin to find ourselves growing more and more interested with. But even though you spend the whole year worried about standardized testing, and if you make it into your favorite university, or if you're going to have a job lined up after graduation, junior year was actually pretty sweet. You finally become an upperclassman, all the younger kids finally start looking up to you, or rather down on some of us who haven't grown since 5th grade. Sorry, Trevin. For many of us, junior year was also our first experience playing varsity sports. And if you're lucky enough, you begin to receive offers from various universities across the state. This was especially true for anyone over 6 foot who had a history of sports, thanks to the Madison rowing team. Seriously, if I had a nickel given out for every person who had an offer to go there, I could have paid someone to write this speech. Then, of course, we are brought to our final year of high school. Senior year was full of ups and downs. Just ask Calvin during his homecoming victory lap. There was also the dance, which we lost to a group of 4 freshmen. None of us are going to forget about that one. But with each down came several ups. For starters, for the first time in over a year, masks were no longer required starting at semester. It was also a standout year for many sports teams. such as boys soccer winning the first trophy in the history of the program, the gymnastics team making it to state, as well as the many individuals on our track team. And who could forget about the softball team winning conference? Another notable event of senior year was, of course, many of us having fun in the name of a good cause at the Duke Out Cancer event to help support Mr. Dukac in his fight against cancer. Not only students, but the community turnout for that event was incredible, and hopefully encourages many of you to go out and make a positive difference in your community, as it has inspired me to do so. And before I part from the stage, I would like to thank all of you family members and friends for taking time out of your day to come here and support me and my fellow 2022 graduates. I'd also like to thank you, my classmates, for filling the last 4 years of my life with memories I soon won't forget. You guys have always kept it tight, and I wouldn't trade you for any other class in the world. I would also like to thank my teachers for always holding me accountable, even over things I didn't quite understand, like the difference between parentheses and brackets, specifically in chemistry. Kudos to Mr. Lewandowski for giving me the nickname brackets for 1.5 years. And of course, I would like to thank both of my parents for always encouraging me to aim high and dream big. I love you guys. Thank you.
Please welcome this year's valedictorian, Abby Newman, to the stage to address the class.
Thanks, Logan. Let me just open this real quick. Okay, I'm Abby Newman, as most of you should know. I hope so. And I am the valedictorian of our graduate class of 2022. And I know Aaron did his thanks at the end, but I have my thanks at the beginning, so I'm going to start with that. For starters, I want to thank every person in the school system, from elementary to high school, for never giving up on us. Thank you for teaching us and trying when faced with difficult times. We do not deserve you, and I'm thankful for the education that you've given me. Mom, thank you for all that you've done for me, all the sacrifices you've made. I never have the right words to say to you, and they are never at the right time. But there's not another person in this world that I would rather have spent all my life with so far. Dad, thank you for being my inspiration to do and be better. I see all the hard work you do and how much you care about our family, and I greatly appreciate it. I love to make you laugh, and seeing you smile and be happy is one of the greatest things in my life. Allie and Lainey, you make me laugh every single day. You guys are so funny and talented in ways I am not. I can't imagine growing up without you by my side. You are my best friends, and you've always been there for me. Never stop being you. Brandon and I have looked up for you for as long as I can remember. You've influenced so much about me. As a kid, I loved to spend time with you, and video games allowed me to do that. I might not have been very good at most of the games I used to play, but I enjoyed every second I got to. It is because of my family that I am up here today. I remember when 2022 seemed so far away, when high school was the dream place to be. Everything felt so much bigger when we were younger. Our schools, the parks, even Walmart. Now I visit these places and think, where's the time gone? Time is something to be cherished, used, and not wasted. People have told us all our lives that high school would only be a small part of our lives, and to enjoy it while we could. And I believe that now. High school is the birthplace of our adult selves, the beginning of the next chapter, adulthood. Now, since we were thinking about the past, did anyone have a DS? Come on, raise your hands. Yes, awesome. DSs were the best. I had a light blue DSi, and it's still sitting around in my closet somewhere, probably collecting dust. I don't know about you guys, but I distinctly remember PictoChat, the almost useless app where you could text and send badly drawn pictures to your friends, but only if you were on the same internet. I used to color in the entire drawing box purely because I wanted to flaunt my superior stylist skills, and it always took longer than it probably should have. In an area where technology is advancing as fast as it is, it always makes me smile when I think about where we started. Bowling in the Wii Sports with the awesome soundtrack. Playing King of the Hill on the discolored mounds of snow, mud, and mulch that collected during the winter months. And pleading with our parents to let us get a dog to no avail. Okay, that might have just been me. When I picture our beginning, it's hard to believe how much we went through to get to today. Many teachers claimed we were the worst class they ever had, but I disagree. Sure, we may have made a few teachers question their career choices at times, but we can call that our growing pains. Most of us have gone through school together for 7 or more years, building relationships, losing friends, learning new skills, developing our personalities, and growing up into the people we are today. When the COVID pandemic hit, we all felt the effects. Many of us were not allowed to participate in the activities we usually love to do, such as sports, hanging out with friends, going out to eat, or even seeing a movie. Freshman year feels so foreign to me now. So much has changed. We have changed, the school has changed, the world has changed. I remember when our biggest worries were if we got to sit next to our friends in math class. Now we have to worry about college, getting a job, succeeding in life, and with a pandemic on top of us. The end of sophomore year, the dreaded 2020, was when our worlds were flipped on our heads and no one could put it back the way it was before. The year of isolation, as I like to call it. The year when many of us did not see our friends for a long time. High school is an important time. Building social connections is how we learn from each other and expand our knowledge of the world. Without it, humanity would not have progressed very far. Despite our disrupted high school experience, we pulled through and became stronger because of it. Junior year, we lost many of the things we thought we would get to experience, but we prevailed and didn't lose our passion for the things we loved. When the world wanted to tell us no, we stepped up and found ways to continue through life. Maybe not using the ways of the past, but by changing ourselves and our expectations. We may have lost our original plans for the future, but we carved new ones out of the ashes of our old selves. Senior year, that was when we really shined. We beat the odds, we adapted to the new world and paved the way for success. And we also did not break any windows. Every one of you has worked hard to get to this point. I believe every one of you has the potential to do and be something great. You just have to believe in yourself. As Seneca, a Roman philosopher, once said, "We become wiser by adversity. Prosperity destroys our appreciation of the right." Adversity is the only true way to become better, and I believe we've embodied this phrase. As a dedicated writer, I have a large vocabulary, but there are no words to describe how excited I am for myself and all of you to pursue our goals and dreams. I wish happiness and a fulfilling life for you all. Thank you.
May we present the amazing Mr. Rogers.
Thank you, Logan. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a tradition here at Antigo High School to have our junior class president and our master of ceremonies. So please join me in giving her a round of applause. She's doing a phenomenal job. I'd also like to thank our Board of Education that's here, Dr. Sprague, along with Major General Paul Knapp and Janet Krivishine and our numerous other volunteers who made today's ceremony possible. So Aaron, please come back up here and join us on stage. So as Aaron makes his way up, we are going to present Aaron and Abby with the Salutatorian and Valedictorian medals that are awarded based on cumulative GPA. So let's give them a round of applause.
National Honor Society President Anna Evans will now present the members of NHS.
Hello, my name is Anna Evans. I'm president of the National Honor Society at Antigo High School. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the National Honor Society members of Antigo High. Selection is made based on criteria of high academic achievement, active leadership, participation in service, and a strong sense of character. These students are held to the highest standards at Antigo High. As I say your name, please stand and stay standing. Please hold the applause till the end. Faith Bouchier, Aaron Converse, Marvin Dukach, Wesley Ebel, Anna Evans, Grace Fleischman, Calvin Jansen, Caden Kautza, Margot Kelly, Zoe Kratzky, Gretchen Lucht, Claire Musloff, Abigail Newman, Ellie Packard, Brooklyn Radke, Torrance Spencer, Samantha Schwartz, Marissa Tex, Alyssa Tincher, Kira Walrath. Congratulations.
Mr. Matt Moronk will now announce the top quarter of the class.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2022. I'm honored to be standing in front of you today to announce the top quarter of this year's senior class. When your name is announced, please stand, and please hold your applause until the end. Danielle Bilo, Luke Brown, Sam Bretto, Faith Boussier, Justin Case, Aaron Converse, Marvin Dukach, Wes Ebel, Anna Evans, Grace Fleischman, Jed Forrester, Kimberly Giese, Joanna Gugla, Garrett Husnick, Kelvin Jansen, Talon Jewell, McKenna Calise, Caden Kautza, Sarah Kiesling, Margot Kelly, Isaac Kramer, Zoe Kratzky, Anna Luck, Gretchen Luck, Molly Nelson, Abigail Newman, Claire Musloff, Ellie Packard, Kaylee Parlick, Jacob Peterson, Brooklyn Radke, Michaela Roberts, Torrance Spencer, Emma Steffen, Alex Samolinski, Samantha Schwartz, Marissa Tex, Alyssa Tincher, Abigail Unterweger, Bailey Van Sanden, Allison Verhassel, Kira Walrath, Anna Wassenberg, and Chesney Zaворowski. Congratulations.
Now will be the presentation of diplomas.
Alex Aguilar Martinez. Haley Allard. April Barsky. Seth Bieber. Isaiah Dankmeyer. Ben Bailey. Anna Evans. Calvin Jansen. Faith Boussier. Claire Mussolf. Danny Belo. Mason Berg. Henry Berger. Kyler Bessert. Zoe Bakken. Samuel Brettel. Malik Brisby. Luke Brown. Zachary Calloward. Justin Case. Sergio Castellanos. Aaron Converse. Hunter Cordova. Angel Drunick. Marvin Dukach. Weslin Ebel. Kobe Eldridge. Brendan Furmanek. Brecklin Flannery. Grace Fleischman. Jed Forster. Kimberly Geezy. Joanna Glugla. Erica Gravitter. Owen Hackbarth. Alex Thomas Heinzen. Sarah Heinzman. Casey Holbrook. Brianna Holland. Xavion Toure Holmes. Brooklyn Horton. Garrett Husnick. Caden Eigel. Devin Jaruski. Roland Jenkins. McKenna Kalise. Caden Kautza. Sarah Kiesling. Neela Kegler. Serene Kegler. Margot Kelly. Mason Kilcheski. Connor Coles. Ethan Kozlowski. Brett Krajewski. Elizabeth Kramer. Isaac Kramer. Zoe Krotsky. Keegan Kraus. Caden Krugel. Caitlin Lensner. Haley Livermore. Anna Lucht. Gretchen Lucht. Callie Lutz. Caleb McDonald. Derek Martin. Donovan Martini. Manuela Mestoras. Samara Matichewski. Francis McKenna. Lucas Mead. Owen Meyer. Renee Miniaszewski. Mackenzie Moore. Lucero Morales Cerate.
Annabeth Mosier. Molly Ann Nelson. Abigail Victoria Newman. Cody Nowak. Justin Nowak. Zoe Olivetti. Emily Ann Opper. Ellie Packard. Evan Paff. Kaylee Parlick. Donovan Parmer. Maya Patterson. Jacob Peterson. Isadora Prado. Nico Prindle. Nick Radish. Brooklyn Radke. Michaela Roberts. Alex Samolinsky. Logan Schlevy. Riley Schrader. Jacob Schretfer. Jacob C. Megan Shepard. Brock Smith. Skylar Smith. Torrance Spencer. Peyton Steckbauer. Emma Steffen. Sarah Stickney. Cody Saveda. Samantha Schwartz. Ethan Tileman. Jacob Tileman. Marissa Tex. Alyssa Tincher. Taylor Tucker. Abigail Underweger, sorry. Christopher Valencia. Bailey Vandersanden. Brady Vanderweerd. Allison Verhassel. William Steinberg. Joe Volpentesta. Trevin Walbeck. Austin Opper. Kira Walrath. Wassenberg. Kyle Went. Logan Wilhelm. Juliana Wolf. Keegan Yari. Kaylee Zarda. Chesney Zevorowski. Zachary Zupan. Kendall Kickhaver. Talon Jewell. Reese Meir. Renan Zahn. Anthony Kanda.
As we're finishing up over here with diplomas, graduates, please remain standing, and class officers, please join me on stage. All right, graduates, please take your tassel and move it from the right to the left, symbolizing that you have satisfied the requirements to earn the diploma from Anago High School. Congratulations to the class of 2022.